just a minute to pick up. I just realized I like accepted a thumbnail as I'm like fixing the camera to anyways to do this. So it's been a few weeks since I've done a live video and I thought maybe it'd be fun to do one again. Plus there's often times where I record videos I'm like, gosh, I wish that like they could give me input like as I'm talking, because sometimes it's hard to go back and like answer. I like to respond to a lot of comments, as many as I can. Sometimes it's easier than other times. If we could get some Wi-Fi at like the baseball field, that would be great, because then I can answer every comment. It just doesn't always work that way. So it's nice to be able to like ask questions and then kind of talk all at the same time. I actually have like a question I'm really hoping for your input on. Here in just a little bit. Hey, Sammy. So, yay. Okay. I just got back from the gym, so I have not showered yet today. What's new? And yeah, I'm gonna get in the shower here in just a little bit, but I want to cool down just for a few minutes first. So I figured this would be a perfect time to sit down and talk. Hey guys. Okay, so Danielle, I know, me too. I'm like, why don't I do these more often? I just need to like sit down and do them, even if it's like I walked in the door. My class ended. Oh, look at this. I haven't even stopped my watch yet. So that makes it look like I worked out more than I did. Let me stop that really quick. It says my total time is an hour and 4 minutes. It's really only 55 minutes. So I have driven home from the gym and started this video within 9 minutes to tell you exactly how long. Yeah, my class ended 6 minutes ago. Yeah, well, thank you. Anyways, 30. Holy cow, it's cold. It snowed last night again. So right now I have my sweater because I know I'm gonna start cooling down here in just a minute. Our house is set at 59 degrees. I don't know the conversion off the top of my head for Fahrenheit and Celsius, but it's cold enough to have snow, so it's cold. And then our house, we don't keep the heater on very hot. Okay, so next week I'm taking the kids to New York, and the kids don't know. In a bikini today. It did, yeah. It goes back and forth with the weather. Spring is so crazy, and it's crazy everywhere. I mean, we all have like our own level of crazy, but spring is crazy. Like last week, I was hiking in shorts, and now this. But yeah, so okay, here's my honest question. I've only taken Deacon. I took Deacon to New York 2 years ago for that toy show, which we're gonna go to again. So I'm really excited about that. And it's like the only YouTube thing I do, but it's so much fun. So I'm taking both of the kids. My boyfriend actually has work in Buffalo at the end of the week, so we're gonna go in, do the toy show, hang out in New York for a few days, and then we're gonna go to Buffalo because I've never been to Niagara Falls, and we're gonna do that with the kids. We've not told them yet. In fact, I rented a whole bunch of books from the library just to get them like excited about the idea of here's what Niagara Falls is, and this is really a cool place, and they have no idea that that's actually what they're going to see. But after the Disneyland, okay, if you remember that time that I surprised them on the airplane with like, hey, like, we're going to Disneyland, like, here's your thing, and they cried because they were so sad they were going to Disneyland, and because they just didn't know what it was. So I'm not making that mistake again. So oh, that's awesome. So my question is, this is the main reason, like, I was really hoping for some input. What do you do with kids in New York? I mean, it's kind of like the same question, like, what do you do with kids in Las Vegas, right? But I know I want to do the natural, oh my gosh, what's it called? The Natural Museum. What's the name for it? I was just on the website yesterday. In Central Park, that one. I don't think they'd really be down with, like, the MoMA. Deacon knows a few of them, but I don't know that he'd be, like, super keen to go. I know Drake wouldn't. But I'm thinking like the Natural Art and History. Is that what it is? Natural Museum of History. That's what it is. Thank you so much. Okay, so I want to do that one. Yes, thank you guys. And I don't know what else to do. Like a day in Central Park, the kids, Deacon was really into like the street performers and stuff. Really into that. He just hasn't seen a whole lot of that like in his lifetime. I mean, I know they're kind of like the same all over the world, but that's really fun. Yeah, maybe, I don't know if like I don't know. We recently did like a Disney show, and that was kind of fun. Oh, the Central Park Zoo. Yes, a baseball game. Thank you, Elizabeth. That's a great idea. Yes, that would be something that would be really, really fun to do. Okay, baseball game. So we have 3 days. No circus. Sorry. Oh, okay. See, I don't know what that is. But we have 3 days, like 3 full days to do something. So I was thinking like Central Park, the museum. I mean, I know that could really be done in like 2 or 3 days, but the yes, that was one. And I know that's kind of like further down. I did take Deacon to that, and it was super cool. would they like the Empire at the top of the Empire State Building, or should we do like I did the One World thing when it first opened, and that was really, really cool. I don't know if they would like that. Oh my gosh, a baseball game that is like genius. Why wouldn't I think of that? I mean, that's all I do anymore. I've already been to, I've got a baseball game tonight. Of course, it's like 8-year-olds playing, but that would be fun. The Statue of Liberty, yes. That would be, I did do that one with Deacon. Deacon and I were there for like 2 days, and we did so much. Times Square will wow the socks off of Drake. He'll love that so much. He just loves screens though, so that's why is boring. But everybody's there. Okay, see though, this is the kind of input that I'm looking for, because I don't know, and like my boyfriend's in New York all the time for work, but he never actually like has kids there. So it's like, what do you do? What do you do with kids? And then a lot of the people like I personally know, I'm on the West Coast, so it is like leaps and bounds for us. It's gonna take us a whole day to get there. Okay, Rockefeller Center, that would be fun. Just yeah, any specific ideas? If the zoo is like different, that would be definitely worth going to. But Rose Center for Earth and Space at American History. Okay, all right. So here's my other question. So anybody who's on that side, if we do, okay, so there, it seems like you can go in for just general admission. This isn't a whole lot. It's not a whole lot more to upgrade all these things, but I'm just wondering if it's like actually worth it. There is like this a big screen show, and then access to all the different exhibitions or whatever there is. I don't even know what all it is, but then there's also like a space show, so you can upgrade your ticket for those things. It's like a $10 upgrade a person, so I don't know if that's worth it or if it's not worth it. I feel like I should have probably planned this a lot sooner than like a few days out. Like, what was I thinking? We leave in like a week, and I still haven't even told them. I thought it was like 2 weeks out, completely messed that up, and then my kids are on break again, so we're gonna be on break, and like, I'm not ready for break yet. Oh my gosh. It's tough, you guys, having my kids. I feel like they're never in school. Obviously, it's going to feel like they're in school when all of my friends' kids are off all summer and my kids are in school, but this year-round gig is something else. It's just so much different than, like, traditional school. But it does make travel better because you can travel, like, on the cheap. Okay, so yeah, that helps me. So yeah, definitely a game. That's like 2 days. I don't want to overdo them either. Winter school holidays in the U.S. So our school my kids are on year round. And that means we go 3 months on, 1 month off. And I know that a lot of people think that's just like the most horrible thing. That's like horrific, the whole idea of a year-round school. But I really like it. I just feel like my kids are constantly home, which isn't like either, which isn't like bad, but yeah, the summer, I think we're gonna miss the summer. I do like that we don't have to cram everything into just the summer, that like each break we're able to like take a trip or go see like my sister. We're gonna see my sister later on in the month, or go see grandma, or go see friends or whatever. Like, we don't have to. There's been a lot of summers where it's just crammed just into like the 8 weeks that we had. We had short summers as it was, whereas now I can like break it up. It helps like financially to break it up, and then just for fun in general. So I like it. It also helps too with like, I think, retention, because you're not getting that 2 or 3 month break. You're just getting like a 1 month break. Really, it's just due to overcrowding, which is a bummer. But yeah, so the year-round school is interesting, but I do really like it. I love where they're at. So they go to a school like not the school we're supposed to, a different one, and I just love it so much. So hopefully things don't change anytime soon. But yeah, that, and then let's see. I think I talked last time we did this, I think we talked about the gym or working out or needing to work out. I don't remember how long ago it was. But you miss a lot of school. That makes it hard. We moved schools a lot because I grew up in the Navy. So we were constantly, I don't have any childhood friends, because we would make friends and like you're only going to be with these people for 2 or 3 years, 2, 3, 4 years. And either you move or they move. And yeah, you never have friends that last a while. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. My fireplace, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm like sitting on the front of the dog bed right now, which, by the way, Caliber loves this bed. It was one of those Facebook ads that I saw. It's like treated dog. I think it's what Yeah, it says on the front. But it's like a memory foam, and he just loves this bed. It's actually super comfortable. Oh yeah, so there you go. And like all of our Cricut stuff. My house, I live in a sporting goods store. We just don't even have nice things. Ooh, serendipity for chocolate. Yum. Thank you. I appreciate that, guys, because I seriously just got home from the gym. I still have to shower today. But again, I don't like getting straight into the shower. Caliber? Where is Caliber? I don't know. He's right there. Caliber, come here. He's behind the chair. He gets annoyed with me. It's really strange because Gage really liked to be like close and cuddly all the time. Caliber has a serious bubble, and by me sitting right here, I'm like invading his space. So I always try to I'll like get down on the ground with him and I'll snuggle him, and he'll like tolerate it for a second, and then you can see him kind of just like tense up, and he's like, okay, I'm out. Like, I've had enough. I've had enough touching. He likes to have his belly scratched. But otherwise, he's not a cuddle dog. Like, he has a bubble, and he does not like anybody in it. It's just the way he is. Other dogs, other people, anything. Okay, so yeah. No. I was going to talk about working out. So I have been consistent now for a few months. Thanks for blocking. I don't know what that means. I don't think I haven't. I've only blocked like 2 people, and they were not very nice. They were actually really horrible, and not just to me, but like other people. Because I don't like that. Like, I don't like it when somebody leaves a comment on my channel and then, or like, leaves a nice comment and then somebody else comes behind and like attacks them. Like that makes me really mad. I mean, I get horrible things said to me all the time, but when other people are mean to, like, I don't know, strangers, that part really bothers me. Okay, so working out. I've been consistent again now for a few months, so that's good. Definitely gaining weight still, which I think is muscle. I asked my boyfriend this morning, I was like, do I feel like I've like reached a new high on the scale? Like, do I feel like I've gained weight? Because I don't know if I'm just not seeing it, or if it's just because of muscle, or if it's because like I've been eating too much just like late because of games and practice, and you get home from practice and you're really hungry, and oh, thank you guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, so I don't know. Like, it's just strange because even when I was like really working out and eating really well, I weighed a little bit less. So I don't know what it is. But I've been doing Pilates, like reformer Pilates. I try to do it 2-ish times a week. There's some weeks, like last week, I never got around to it. The week before, I did it 3 times. The week before that, I did it 3 times. And then I think the week before that, I did it like once. So it's when I can, because not all days does it work. And then in addition to the Pilates, I've been doing a TRX class. So TRX is if you're not familiar with it, but it's like the 2 bands that kind of hang from the wall or the ceiling, and you're able to adjust them, and you can do like a billion different exercises on it you wouldn't even believe. But yeah, I like those. I'm finding that to be really fun right now. I changed it up a lot. Like last year, my friend Becca and I, we were at the gym 3 times a week, just religiously. She and I were there, and it was a blast. And then, like, things changed. My kid's school schedule changed. Hers changed. Her husband's days off changed. And it just didn't work anymore. So that's kind of like, I kind of just didn't do much. And then I started this back up again, and I really like it. I'm able to stick with it. It's close. It's fun. I like all the people. Hang on, I didn't even see that last comment. I don't count anything. Yeah, so I would try, if you haven't tried TRX, try it. It's body weight and just like adjusting the angle. No, I don't count a single calorie, and I've tried. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, any exercise is better than none. Even like my boyfriend and I were talking, like, if you just drop and do like 10 push-ups a couple times a day, like that'll make a huge difference, like if you can. And it's just, it is like, it's just whatever you can do, and anything is better than nothing at all. Like next week, I have another eye appointment. It's gotten so bad. So I have noticed, like, even with my glasses or my contacts, like I'll be like one eye open, and then I'll close like the other one to try to read things. I'm like, okay, clearly my prescription is out of date and I need to go back. So next week I am going in for an eye appointment, and I'm gonna have to leave my TRX class like halfway through just to be able to go. But I'm like, well, at least if I go and do half of it, 30 minutes is better than none. So I'm going to do that. And then just race over there and hope that it wasn't like a super high cardio day. Maybe shower before. I don't know. But just trying to get something, because it's better than nothing. But as far as food goes, I've tried a lot I've tried like tracking my macros. I've tried logging MyFitnessPal. and logging calories. About, let's see, I was 18 when I did it. So, I mean, that was 15 years ago, but I did Weight Watchers. This before smartphones. So you had like the slider. I did that and I liked that. But yeah, like if you can just, for me, it's just exercise. And then I try to, sometimes I'm better than others. Like it's honestly like some weeks I'm really good and some weeks I'm really bad. And I'll do, weeks where like I'll have a lot of salads and I'll eat just a lot of produce, and then I'll have weeks like this week where I just didn't have as much produce because like it was towards the end. So I do a lot of like not so fresh-ish meals, like the green, okay, so that that green chicken chili enchilada recipe, I had so many comments. Girl, those are not enchiladas. You used flour tortillas. You didn't use corn. Okay, I know. Trust me, I know. And I do have a great appreciation for enchiladas with corn tortillas. But if you have not tried, and this just might be the grew up in the 80s, 90s American girl in me. But if you have not tried enchiladas done, like the green, like the ones I showed with corn or flour tortillas, you are missing out because it is so good and like gooey, and it almost gives you that satisfaction of like a 90s casserole, which I love. I don't cook, and my kids hate all that stuff. They just hate anything like mixed together. My kids are like some of the most plain Jane healthy eaters. They like a very simple carb, so like a potato or something like that, or like, you know, the cut up potatoes and put on the barbecue, a piece of chicken, or like if my boyfriend makes steak, and then he'll have the like vegetables, like just asparagus or just green beans, and that's what they like. The most simple. I don't know why I don't just like suck it up and just make that every single night, because it's a crowd pleaser. Everybody in the family clears their plates, but I really like the gooey, cheesy. It's just terrible. But yeah, that meal, for example, is just one of the ones that's really good. So yeah, yeah, cutting back on your portion sizes. Okay, so my air fryer, yes, it actually, I moved. Okay, so I moved like where I have like my coffee bar stuff, like I moved it all over, and my air fryer has a permanent place on not on my counter, but like on this side table, like off of the counter, because I'm using it for everything. You guys, I cooked biscuits in it the other day. I warmed up our taco shells in it the other day. I put like an open faced burrito in it to warm up the beans and melt the cheese and like crisp the tortilla. It was so good. So I am like putting everything in this dang air fryer. I'm using it as an oven. It's awesome. So if it doesn't like, you know, leak through the holes, I'm putting everything in it. We did orange chicken from Trader Joe's, and I just put the chicken in there, and I didn't have to heat up the oven or do like an oil and pan and make that mess. I just dumped the frozen chicken inside the air fryer and cooked it. It's awesome. It was 100% my boyfriend's idea. He's been wanting one for over a year, and we love it. Chicken wings are so good in that thing. Okay, let me catch back up. Yeah, it wasn't. So just, yeah, I'm very well aware of it. Do you still... Do you still cover Drake's mouth with your hand? Do you still have to cover Drake's loud mouth? Drake has the loudest mouth ever. I'll be the first person to admit it. He is, actually, my boyfriend and I each have a blonde child that is exceptionally loud. Drake and then one of his twins. They are just, they're just loud. They just have that voice where you can hear them from a mile away. And yeah, there are times I don't like cover it up anymore. Like, he's better at controlling it. I think he's learned that he is just a really loud person. But that kid, there's just something about the way you can seriously hear him everywhere. He's a really loud kid. So yeah, I don't know if that was supposed to be mean or anything, but do you still do the $25 to the, I forgot. I don't remember. Oh, like a diet bet? I haven't done that in a really long time. But those are fun. Okay. I'm losing let me make sure here. Yeah, it was. Yeah. Those enchiladas are so good. I have not tried the Whole30. I've heard a little bit about it, but I haven't tried it. You know, sometimes I try to do these things, and if I try to like make it a point to diet, I go crazy. I mean, crazy. I'll last like 3 days, and then I'm binging. Like, you will find me like in the freezer just scooping ice cream in my mouth as fast as I possibly can. So I can't like say I'm going to be on a diet. I can say like, okay, like I'm going to snack on peppers at the game this week instead of, okay, I can't say that because I ate C's candy bar yesterday. But you know what I mean? Like, I'll try to make like small changes, and that I can do. But otherwise, if I like try to diet, it's horrible. Never seen good air fryer. I loved it. Yes. I'll share more air fryer stuff. I shared a few on my Instagram story, like a couple of these random things, and yeah. Okay, so will you and your boyfriend have a baby together? I don't think so. Um, we've got a lot of kids, and to be honest, I don't want any more because this is, I mean, not that I see all these bats. I seriously live in a sporting goods store. It's ridiculous. Um, there we go. There's the bat that he won in Australia right here. That's the signed bat. I need to get like a display and hang that thing up. Sorry, my phone is balancing on a laundry basket. But no, I don't want any more kids. I feel very complete. The idea of starting over is terrifying, and I can take care of me and my boys with nothing out, like no, no splitting a payment here or, child support. Like I can take care of my kids, and that's, and I just don't know that I could like give them the life that I feel comfortable with or that I want to give them if I have any more. There are times where it's like, I just wonder what, like, if we had one together, what he or she would look like or be like, just because, I don't know. But, like, honestly, Drake and my boyfriend are two peas in a pod. They connect on a way that I've never been able to connect with Drake, and this is, I mean, like, true mommy stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love both of my kids to absolute pieces. Deacon and we share a little bit more of like a personality where we jive. We butt heads a whole lot more, Deacon and I do, but we have that kind of, we have some sort of like a connection that my boyfriend and Drake have too, and it's just, I mean, they are like best friends. It's the cutest thing ever. They are like seriously besties, and then Deacon and I don't even know what it is because I feel like all we do right now is fight. But they have that. So it'd be interesting to see if like we had a kid together, who they would be like. But yeah, like it would be if you didn't know better, you would think like Drake was his because they are absolute besties. Okay. Don't take that more than like I love one kid over the other because that's not true. I love them both equally. I like one of them more than the other one basically every other day, but yeah, don't take that for anything more than just what it was, is that they have a really good relationship. Okay, I have a smaller channel. I just wondered to start making videos. Okay, so I made videos. It was an accident. I started YouTube when I was pregnant with Deacon. My cousin was pregnant at the same time. Smartphones were like just starting to come out, and I was like, what do you look like in your pregnancy? And I was like, here's that and the only way you could send a video at the time, the easiest way was to upload it to YouTube. I uploaded a video to her. She, I think, uploaded one and sent it to me. We both were like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. And then people started watching my videos, and then I found like another person who was doing it too, who like uploaded the same kind of a thing, and it kind of started from there. So it was a mistake. I never like set out to like make videos. I just made friends, and then they started sharing their lives, and I started sharing some, things that I was going through, strictly pregnancy in the beginning. And then it just kind of developed from there, and now it's like personal journal, diary. I love it so much. Okay. Sometimes, there's some remove. Okay, hold on. Sorry, you guys. Oh yeah, a playlist live. That's a good idea. I don't even know. I'm a Pisces. I go to a dietitian and believe it's best not to cut out any food group. Yeah, it's really the way I've learned it for me. Okay, let me see here. Yeah, my hair has grown a little bit. Thank goodness. I mean, it's taken me forever to grow it back out. I cut it, and it's taken forever to grow back out. Okay, quick question. How's Lucy and her family doing? They're doing really good. I actually just talked to her last night. She and I read books together, and we try to. I'm really behind. She's kicking my butt. She's like 4 books ahead of me. I'm like, I will get to it. I need to like start reading again at games or practices or something. Not games, but maybe at practices. She was going through something, and she had like an opportunity to read a whole bunch, and now I just need to catch up. Yes. Yeah, Allison, and I don't. Just curious. It's not like it's not supposed to be a mean thing. More public. Okay, definitely not supposed to be mean. Just curious if you still use your hand to silence him. Okay, yeah. No, I don't. It was, you know what? I never like set out to be like, oh, I'm gonna shush him up with my hand. It was just like a, like a reaction. I don't even know. I've just started YouTube. I just use my phone a lot of the time. I have nice cameras, but Oh, well, I'm so glad you found my channel. Okay, I think it's all about it. Okay. Hearts or lives or something. Oh, okay. Make her. All right, anyways, ignore the nasty comments. So, okay, we're good now. I've heard a little bit about the keto one too. Okay, guys, let's not be gross, okay? There's some like nasty comments, and I don't want to sit here and keep trying to fix it. You're sad to glad to see you. Yeah. So no things that are definitely better for me since the divorce. That's for sure. And we're in a really good place now. We are. Gosh, I feel like we've been together. It doesn't feel like we've been together for that long, but we've been living here like officially for over 2 years. And if you count the summer that we stayed here when we were just like staying here while Becca was building her house and she was staying in my house, if you count that, then we're like almost pushing 3 years, which is just, I mean, how does that time even fly? Like, it doesn't even make sense. Stop. I don't want to start the video or stop the video. I hate like deleting comments. But yeah, so any marriage plans? Okay. So I don't know. There's like no big rush to get married. There is definitely, I think I have like kind of the desire. It's starting to like, I'm not like anxious for it or anything like that, but I'm definitely in a position where I'm like, okay, like, yeah, like I definitely want to spend the rest of my life with you. It took me a really long time to feel that way. So I do feel that way now though, where I'm like, yeah, I want to keep you forever. Like, I don't want to ever let you go, because we are just, I don't even know how we're so compatible, but we just are, and it just works. And like, I love his kids and he loves mine. I mean, it's awesome. And okay, dude, come on. I'm putting you in timeout because I just figured out that's a thing. Do you take vacation with all the kids soon? Yes. Okay. So yes, I still do LuLaRoe, and it's just because I love it. I love the clothes. Like, I just bought myself a skirt. It should be here today, so I'm like anxious. And I also have like an order coming in today, so I'm super anxious. I definitely do. As far as LuLaRoe goes, I think that a lot of it, like some of it's like a fair price, but I do a lot of sales, like a lot of sales. So if you join my page, you'll see that like you can get good deals all the time. Okay, I saw something else too. Let's see. Do I take kids on the vacation soon? Yes. Like, we're taking just my boys because my kids are going to be out of school. So we're going to be taking just my boys to New York. But we're hoping to do all of the kids this summer. Is that right? Yes. Like 4th of July time, and do a big trip with all of them then. It's always hard because, I mean, when you have so many kids and so many kids' schedules, like, it's really hard to get it all to like work out. Seriously, these are stakes from the batting machine they were playing with in the house, or the pitching machine. Like, that's my life. Like, and then here, look, Plants vs. Zombies stuff. I mean, that's the only thing like directly next to me, but I'm telling you guys, I live in a zoo. A moderator on here, I know. Yes, they have the Disney line for adults. Do you have cable? Do you watch Teen Mom? I don't watch Teen Mom. I watched it. We do have cable. I honestly don't watch much TV at all. We try really hard to watch a show every once in a while, like at night when we are in bed, like a Netflix show. We're working on The Tudors, but to be honest, we've been working on The Tudors for 1.5 years now, so we don't watch a lot of TV. There's a lot of sports on, which I don't mind. I'm usually pretty busy, like working or dealing with kids or practice or whatever, so I don't, but I need to really seriously, like, start reading again or doing something like that. Okay, lost my mind. Happiness, okay. Yeah, it's just a computer. Oh, yeah, I know. Okay. All right, well, I'll answer a few more questions, and then I am going to have to take a shower sooner or later. But will I get any more dogs? Oh, this is a tough one. I'm not ready right now. I mean, I can't speak for the future, and I don't know when I will like feel ready, but right now I am loving just having Caliber and just taking him for his walks every day and just spoiling the crap out of him. And it's really, it's kind of nice. I'm still kind of emotionally, like, I'm on a couple of German short hair pages because I love German short hairs. I mean, that's what Gage was. Caliber's half German short hair. I just love the breed, as crazy as they are. I love them. So I'm constantly looking at pictures and like looking at dogs and like looking at rescues. And I feel like if the right dog comes along, then we would adopt. But I'm not actively looking. I'm just not ready yet. Like Gage was Gage was like my soulmate, like in dog world. So the idea of another one, I'm just not there. And the last year with Gage was so hard with the seizures and the pills, and I'm just, and like Caliber is, Caliber's 13 and a half. So he's an old guy. He doesn't really care for the whole puppy thing. We watched Becca's puppy, Winnie, the adorable little Rottweiler. We watched her for a week, and I mean, it was like they warmed up to each other and they did fine, but he just kind of likes his space, and the puppies are pretty invasive. So we do hang out with that other German short hair a whole bunch, the one I met in the field. So now we hang out a lot, but so he gets socialized with other dogs. I'm not ready yet, you guys. It's a really long time. Okay. I will definitely go with a mutt for the next dog. Like if there happens to be a certain dog that comes along, like, I just want to rescue one. So I'm not super specific on the breeds. I love the German short hairs, but I don't know if I want another one. I'm kind of like, how did I survive one? Like, how did I get through that? They're like the most high-strung dog ever. But, yeah. Let's see here. 1 second. Okay, catching up. Do you prefer year-round school schedule for your boys as opposed? I do, and I think they're going to take it away, but I really do like the year-round school a whole bunch. Oh, 13-year-old Golden. That's the sweetest thing. My sister's a big Golden fan. She has one. Thank you so much. I think what keeps Caliber looking and being the way he is his daily runs, because he just gets out and he just goes crazy. Yeah, I do. Yeah, and see, that's so smart yeah, they can be super expensive. Gage was a really expensive dog. He, not to adopt. I got him from the pound. He was $30, but he had a lot of like medical issues right out of the gate. So he was allergic to everything. He had all sorts of he had some skin problems. He was a jerk. There was all sorts of problems with Gage right out of the gate, and he was very expensive for the first few years. So that you don't know. They can be really, really spendy. You guys. Yeah. So anyways, Caliber goes on his daily runs every day. For some days it's only like 10 or 15 minutes, but I try to get him an hour. Kind of on average, it's like 30 minutes. Like he got his 30-minute run today, which is nice because I get out and he looked so broken, yeah. So yeah, I get out and I get my steps in, which is nice. I got 4,200 steps on our walk this morning. So I was power walking. I was on the phone. It worked out really well, actually, because it wasn't windy, because it's always windy in that dang field. Okay. Yeah, I know that was a bad one. I'm going to go back to an office job. That's a great question. I talk about it a lot, like at home, and I'll be like, babe, I think I'm going to go get a real job. And he's like, no, you're not. I'm like, no, I really think I'm going to go get a real job. And he's like, what are you really going to go do? And I'm like, well, marketing for a company instead of just, having my like own marketing gig and doing it for other people and stuff like that. Like, I think I'll like go do that. And he's like, you're going to hate it. Why would you do that? And it's true. I probably would. But I do miss the socialization so stinking much. Like, it's kind of a bittersweet thing. That, and it would be really nice to work. And I know this doesn't exist so much more because of like smartphone type things, but and taking them home, because when I left, like I had just gotten I had like a BlackBerry, so like it was still kind of like hit and miss as far as being able to reach you and make you work like outside of the office. But I would love a job where I go in and I'm there and then I go home and I'm done working. That doesn't exist for me. I go on vacation, I'm still working like 40 hours a week. Like, it's just, but I do it like at night, and just now, like, it's around the clock that I work. Like, I'm constantly working just because it's my own business, and that's really stinking crappy. So does my boyfriend, though, because he owns a piece. He's a shareholder in his company, so he, works a ton too. So we're both constantly, like, we wake up in the morning and we'll work both for like an hour. And then we'll get up, and then before we go to bed at night, we're both working for an hour or 2 hours, and for me, sometimes like 5 or 6. It's sometimes super crappy, so I don't know. Oh my gosh, okay, you're gonna go in a timeout too. So we'll see. Okay. I've been able to get a job studying accounting, but live in the island of Scotland. So yeah, I'm sure that it is. I'm sure that would make it really, really hard. When you put them in timeout, it's only for 300 seconds. I think it'd be nice to work at home. Okay, so working at home is not all that it's cracked up to be. So, I mean, it's obviously awesome because I have the flexibility in my schedule, so I can go like work out in the morning, like work, get the kids off to school, work out, work, pick the kids up, work, and then make dinner, and then work again. Like that flexibility is nice, but it never ends. So even, I mean, and then when you're working, you're like looking at your house and you're like, oh my gosh, I should really be doing laundry. So then if you start laundry, then, you know, you're put back even more behind on work, and it's just, it's exhausting. Okay, let's see. Take reading his crap and reporting it. It's ridiculous. I can't believe we can only do it for 300 seconds though. That's kind of a bummer. Okay, so also working for yourself, the amount of money I pay insurance is ungodly. Like, it's so much money, insurance. Oh my gosh, you guys. My insurance bill is like, a mortgage payment. So just so you know, benefits, not having benefits, freaking sucks. And that is one thing where taxes, like the amount of money, I guess I was super off on my quarterlies last year, but the money, like having to handle taxes and stuff is a complete nightmare. It's horrible. And I owed a ton. And I told my boyfriend, I was like, okay, so here's the deal. And he owed a ton too. I was like, marriage might be beneficial for the sake of taxes. Because, good gosh. Like, so between taxes and insurance, and then, like, retirement is the one that's really stressing me out right now. So, like, as a self-employed, like, business owner person, come tax time, you have to pay 15 cents on the dollar for Social Security tax. And that sucks, which I don't know what it is like when you're just regularly employed. But that is really difficult. And as far as like retirement goes, that's very stressful for me because I'm like, I need to start like getting something into gear for that. I mean, there's just so many little things that you don't really think of until you're like self-employed, and then you realize that it sucks. So, yeah, do mom and chat and people time out. Okay. So those are just a couple things to think about when you're like, I want to work for myself. Like, it's really expensive. I'm like obviously going crazy about it, but we've even talked about getting it is. It's that, and you get dinged. I mean, I think it's still, even with like the changes, I think you still get dinged if you don't have health insurance, but it is necessary. I mean, if Deacon broke like with this black eye that he got, I don't know if you guys have seen it like on YouTube yet, but I've shared it on Instagram. He got hit with a ball and his eye was swollen shut for 2 full days. And there was a lot of concern that he broke the orbital or whatever on his eye. And that would have, I mean, if he had going on surgery on that, like for just playing a baseball game, I mean, so much. But yeah, Deacon is doing really good. My Instagram is CandidMommy Jenny. So I think it's, I don't know if it'll be in here, but it's in all of my like videos. Like it's just the, stuff like that. I've talked to him about like just doing domestic partnerships. Like I can join his insurance. I'm like, hey babe, like this is so bad. But working from home is really difficult. Josh, Mary, Rich, I will never be in a position where I cannot afford to take care of my family, like me and my kids. Ever is just after the divorce that I went through, like I will never ever be in a position where I don't have an income to take care of my family. Like that's just I just personally, but that is my own damage and my own experience. And yeah, the benefits are worth working for. Yep, self-employed. Yep. Yeah. So yeah, Deacon. He's better now. It just looks at him like I look at him, and every time like I glance at him, I'm like, oh my gosh, like it just looks like you're wearing so much makeup because he's got this perfect, like it looks like eyeliner, like this really dark line, like right where you'd put eyeliner, and then it's like perfectly shaded. Like if you look at through the pictures, it looks like somebody did his makeup and did a great job. Like it's perfectly, I don't even know the word for it, like is an ombre eyeshadow thing. Like it goes dark to light, but it's like perfect. The problem is it's fallen now down below his eye, so now it's like black down here too and like green. It's horrible. It's really, really bad. Okay, let's see. Beautiful fireplace ever. It's like, yeah, okay. What I was gonna tell you about the fireplace too is it used to go all the way up, but my boyfriend didn't like the stone all the way up, so he tore it down. We got this picture at like TJ Maxx or something. He tore it down and then put it up. What I like about this fireplace is it works. Like it's actually, it puts out some really nice heat. Tutoring is going great. She is just fabulous. She's such a saint. You guys, it's so worth it to me to have her come over and do, she doesn't even like teach him anything extra. She just like keeps him on track with his homework, and it's the dedicated time, and he knows they sit down, they do their homework. I'm not yelling at him. I'm not fighting with him about doing homework. It's just it's just perfect, and it gets done, and it's amazing. And she teaches them little strategies here and there that are a little more like newer. Like all of mine are super old, and it just helps. Nothing wrong with having a black eye. No, there's not. He's just rocking a total shiner. Do you still have your part-time job? I don't. I might get one. I've even thought about just like substitute teaching or something. I don't even know. My favorite part of vlogging is going back and looking at the vlogs, which I don't do that often. But every once in a while, like my favorite are the day in the life videos. I'll go back and I'll watch a day in the life video, and it just takes me back. You guys see how beat up my laundry basket is? It just takes me back to that time, and I really like that. So I would, and I've always said this, I always recommend, if you, even if you don't like vlog, just record like one of your days one day. It's easy enough now that you can just throw it into like a app and create a full video, and then just save it so you can go back and watch it, because it's really fun to go back and watch the days when I was like pregnant with Drake, or even with Deacon, or you know, what I was making for dinner back then. And then I'll even go back. There was this period of time after I had Drake up until like my divorce that I was just crazy healthy. And I like to go back to that time in my life for like motivation and inspiration. Be like, what was I cooking? What was I buying from the grocery store then? That type of thing. And learning is important to be able to support yourself. Yeah, and it's hard. And I don't want to sound like I'm just like this horrible like doomsday person, like, you know, don't rely on your spouse or your partner. No, I'm not saying that. Like, he and I rely on each other a whole lot. Not so much financially, like in other ways, but it's, and I love having that, but like after everything I've been through, like financially alone, just for the sake of everything else, like I just want to be able to stand on my own 2 feet. That's just important to me. Yes, and you'll find somebody. For losing a, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, but like even if your days are boring, like if you have kids or something like that, it's still just fun. Do I like cricket? Do I have a choice? No, I'm kidding. I do. I especially like the 2020 matches. Like if you know cricket, I do enjoy watching those. The 2020 is like a really fun, fast-moving baseball game. I like those. Test cricket, I like the highlights, or I like to be there in person. Watching it on TV, yeah, that's a little slow for me. We do watch it though. Any more clothing hauls coming? There should be. I need some spring clothes. I did, like I said, I ordered a skirt, so that should be here. I hope it's here today. So I ordered a skirt. I need to get a few other summer pieces though. I like cricket. Okay, yeah. So India, we've been watching a lot of that lately. Oh, it's not the summer. The summer one starts in the summer. Which one is it? Oh, it's been on all the time. I don't even know. It is coming up for any more. Is that an Xbox behind you? I think there's an Xbox over there. There's a PlayStation. I know that for sure. Yeah, there's an Xbox in there somewhere. I don't play with any of that stuff. So I don't know. Yeah. Okay. How much do you spend on clothes, especially on gym clothes? So okay. There you go. Gym clothes, I like to buy, so I have the LuLaRoe leggings that I like, the LuLaRoe Jade, they're called Jade, and they are workout capris, and those are probably my favorite. So I have those, I have a lot of those, and I wear a lot. I wear like a lot of LuLaRoe. You guys see me a lot of the time in my pajamas though. Like this hoodie I wear around the house all the time. Whenever I go out, like I'll get dressed today and I'll change, and I'll definitely I'll probably wear like leggings and a classic today. But you guys just see me in a lot of pajamas, so that's why. But yeah, I love the LuLaRoe workout capris, and I love the I love to order workout stuff off of ThreadUp, so those two are my favorite. I did order a LuLaRoe skirt today, so that's the one that's supposed to be coming. I ordered it from another consultant, so hopefully I like it. I'm always like nervous. It's a style that I've not tried before, so I'm excited. I've never seen this. Okay. Well, anyways, I guess I've been talking for long enough. It's 45 minutes in. So if you guys have anything else, I work out. I try I would say 2 to 5 days a week on average. When you sell on ThreadUp, no. I would recommend Poshmark over that, because Poshmark you get to set your own prices, and then they give you a shipping label and they only take a little bit of it. ThreadUp takes a little bit bigger of a cut. I do sell to them time to time, like if I don't want to go through each piece, but I just started using Poshmark and I really do like that one. Yes, and there's an opportunity for us to go. My boyfriend's going on another cricket tour in the UK this summer, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to go because of the kids, but they'll be in school, so I'm like super sad, but I can't win them all. So he and his cricket club are gonna go do another tour in. All right, so that is it, I guess, for today. I'll stop yammering on. Tomorrow, I already recorded it. I was actually on the ball this week. I did Target, like what I love from Target. So yeah. Guys, I just need kid coverage. It's a matter of, because the trip is super cheap because the whole team's going. But it's just a matter of having somebody to watch the kids. And I don't have that, so, which is a bummer for that week. So I don't think I'll be able to. But we will be in New York, and I will vlog New York because I'm really excited about that with the kids. And yeah, we're going to be going there mid-late-ish next week. So we'll see. And then in October, I think we're going to go to Oklahoma. So for a wedding. So those are like the big plans that we have coming up and whatnot. So we'll see. But yeah, we'll be in New York, and then in New York City, and then Buffalo, and it should be super fun. So anyways, guys, I'll talk to you really, really soon. Yeah, super busy. It's exhausting. All right. Bye, you guys. Yeah.